Hello again, another day in lockdown and another kit build, but no LEDs this time. This is a spider robot bought for me by my daughter at Christmas. It's a kit build. Now the good thing about this kit build is that there's no soldering, although there is electric motor. There's no soldering, there's no screws, there's nothing like that, so kids can do this. So let's open it up and have a look inside. Just having a look to see if there's anything on here that tells you it says not suitable for under 3-year-olds. Well, I think I'm slightly over 3. Right, what have we got inside? Well, there's the motor. And these are the parts we need. So they're the legs. Oh, one of the joint things has fallen off. In fact, I'll put these back inside there for the time being. And keep them safe. So these are just plastic, like the old Airfix kits. You just cut them out. So I think I'm going to need a decent set of clippers for this. Let's have a look at the instructions. Build your own wind kit. Wind kit? Okay. So we've got Chinese and English. These are what are the parts we've got, and it starts telling you about how to construct it on there. So yeah, instructions look quite good. Calls it a spider robot, but it's showing it going sideways. Whether it goes sideways or whether it goes forwards. If it's sideways, surely it's a crab. Okay, right. Put that to one side. Let's put that to one side. Because I think we're going to start with this bit here, which is the sort of the battery and motor holder. Right, let's start cutting these bits out. So just to show you, one of these legs isn't quite going across to the edge there, so that's how I know where to cut it. On there. So we need that bit out. We need this bit out. Oh, by the way, all these are numbered. I don't know if I can show you this or not. But on these tabs here, so you can see that tab there, it's actually numbered. We've got number 2 on it. And that's got a number 4 on it, which is down there. So you can tie that up to the instructions. So I need them 2 bits, and also part off here as well, which is this bit here. Right, let's got those bits. And we also need the motor. Right, so the motor's already got the switch on it, so that's the soldering done for us, that's good. We've got the fly leads here, which I think are going to connect to these, which are the battery connectors, which will probably go into here as well. So to put this motor on, there's two little pins just here, one here and one there, and on the base here you've got a plastic catch here, so they push onto there to hold that in place like that. And the switch will go on here as well. There's a on-off label on there, so we can put that in there. And again, there's two little pins to hold the switch into place there. While we're at it, we can pop this piece in, it's just like a clip. So either side of this, you've got some cutouts here and here, so I'll just pop that over the top. And clip that into place. That's just to hold the motor in there. So the black cable will push through this little hole. There we go. And we need to attach that to the springy, because that's going to be the negative of the battery. So I'm going to guess this just sort of, yeah, it just, how can I describe it? Let me just do a zoom in and you can see. Okay, so you've got this little part of the clip that's just hanging out on the edge here, on the back of it. So just put that where the wire's been cut, and then just turn the spring so the wire goes inside it, like that. And then I presume we're just going to fix this on the back of there, like so. Now, where's the red one? So, the red one will be just the same. Just looking for a hole to push it through. So I presume it goes around the back like that. Again, there's a back of this spring, there's a part of the spring loose. So we can just twist that around. Like that. And then we can push it on the plastic like that. There we go. Right, let's get a battery. One battery found. Plugs in like that. Just test it. Yep, that's working okay. So I've just spotted there's a little hole just there. So I'm going to presume that's where the wire should actually go through. So I need to re-thread that. Right, okay, let's take the battery out. Let's take that out again. We can push that wire through the hole like that. Put the switch in place. Now we know everything works, we can put the cap over that. He says, trying to get it in place. There we go. There we go, so that's the battery, the motor, all connected up okay. There we are. Next thing we need is this clip item. And that goes over the battery and clips into place. Two holes either side, just pushing them in. There we go, they're a bit tight, but they go in. So just two holes either side, and that goes up where the battery is. Like so. Right, now that's done, we're going to put that to one side. We don't need that yet. Bring this back over, and we need these at the top here, this little clip thing at the top. This is actually to help us construct the next bit. Right, that's that off. And we need some of these gears next off here, these gears. So you can be really careful with these so you don't cut the actual cogs off, actual teeth off. Right, okay, so we've got a couple of small ones and we've got 4 larger ones. So the large ones, they've got holes in them, so they line up with the teeth on this. So that one pops on there, like that. He says, getting it wrong, there we go. That one pops on there as well. And then a small one goes in the middle, like that. Now this isn't to tear, this is just to get everything lined up correctly. Because what we need is these sort of gearbox things here, so let's chop those out. Now with these, let's have a look, which way around does it go? So these have got pins on them. Oh yes, so we've got pins one side and we've got sockets the other side. Okay. Just had to check the instructions, see how this connected. So we've got a hole this side and a pin this side, and then on this one we've got a pin this side and a hole this side. So that's how them two marry up, if you can see that. So what we do with this is we use this as a holder to put the cogs on, like that. And then slide the holder off. And then we put the one on top of the other, making sure that all the pins line up, like so. There we go, that's got those in. And then we do the same one, same thing with the other one. that's got them done. So we can put them to one side. Put our little tool to one side. Next thing we want is the legs. So let's have a look. So this one's all together, apart from that, that's just fallen off. This is the one where that leg's come off, so I need to chop these out, and then we can construct the legs. Right, that's got everything sorted out. So what have we got? Okay, I've got 4 of those. 4 of those, is it? By the looks of things, yep. That one there. We've got 1, 2, 3. 4 of them, and 4 of them. Right, okay, let's see if we can construct one. So we'll take a leg and take one of these. There's a bit of plastic hanging off there, so let's just nip that off. Right, so that's keyed slightly on the top of there, so that must go in. Yes, that goes in a particular way, so I have to be careful of that. So that goes in there. Now there's 2 holes here, there's 2 holes there, if you can see that, top and bottom. I believe this is, you can alter the gate as to how far the legs go out. So when I'm constructing ours, we'll just use the top one every time. Okay, so that goes in there. I presume that goes in there. Yes, it does. Right, so that's got those 2 in. Like so. And then we have a link piece here. So again, that's keyed as well, so that needs to go in a certain way, like so. Okay, so I've put the legs we built over to one side, and we now need to build these 4 legs. Now, it's no good us building legs like this, which is the same way as those, because these go the opposite side of the spider, so they have to go that way around. So let's do that again, but now concentrating on which side they go. So that goes on there like that. Then we have that one that goes on like that. And then our link one, which goes like that. So that's our leg for the other side, just there, and we do the same with all these. And there we have it. We have our spider legs for each side of the spider constructed, ready to go. Right, we now need to go back to our cutouts because we need these pins. There's a row of pins across here, and we need them next for the next bit of the construction. So they're quite fiddly by looks, things to cut out. So these are little pins we need for the next bit. So you need to chop all those out. Right, so we've now got two types of clips here. One with a longer shaft on it. Why do I keep dropping that for? Right, here we go. So that has a longer shaft than that one. There we go. Right, next bit. Right, so let's try and construct these. So here we have one of the gearboxes that we're going to use. Let's grab a leg. So at the top there's a pin. So that goes, is it keyed? It is keyed, so I have to make sure that goes on like that. Okay, so we've now got the middle one. So that goes on there, so that leg there, that middle leg goes there, and we're using a short pin to push into there to hold it into place. And then the middle one here goes on the cog, and we use a long pin for that, so that goes in there like that. That's okay, that's all together. Grab one of the other side legs, so I do the same thing. And the short pin, sorry, you're not seeing this, are you? Short pin goes here, and long pin now, because this is the opposite side, we need to make sure that his legs, if his legs in this side, because it's in the middle, we need to make sure it's out this side. So let's get a long pin, and we can push that in there, like so. So if it's in this side, if it's in the middle of this side, it goes on the outer bit on this side, so it's the opposite way around. Okay, turn it over, let's do that again. I'm not sure what you saw and what you didn't see. So these are keyed, so they need to go in a certain way like that. So that link goes there with a short pin. And again, we'll do the opposite, so we can put this one in the middle. Just try and get it in a hole. Of course I'm trying to push it in the same as that's got a pin in it, so I can't push it in that one because it's already got a pin in it. So yes, it has to go opposite, so that's got a pin this side, as that's what I was trying to do, is push it in the same hole as that, so it's got to be the opposite way around. Right. Short pin in there, and again this has to be the opposite to that one, so there we go, and that's got that gearbox constructed there. Right, do the same with the other one now. Right, what we've got to do now is to put this on the battery and the motor. Now in the middle here, this area, this cog in the middle is keyed. It's difficult to show you on this, but it's slightly keyed on the shaft here. And I've also noticed that one's longer than the other. So how do we do this now? So I presume one is the front. So these pins here look like they fit into there. Do they fit into there? No, they don't seem to fit in there, they just seem to hold it. That pin moves. I just managed to push it through, that makes it more sense. So it's now evenly spaced both sides. Right, so let me look at this a bit closer, because yeah, I'm sure they must push into there, those holes. Yeah, they do. Just needed a bit of force. Right, okay, so these pins do locate in here, in these two here. You might just have to give them a bit of a push to get them in, like that. Okay. That looks like it's almost done. I'm just pushing all the joints together. Right, have we got everything out? Let's have a look. So everything's off that one. Everything's off that one. Don't need them two. Yep, everything's off that one. So we've still got this bit here, so This looks like some sort of crossbar. So I'm guessing that must go underneath, because underneath there's these cutouts here. So that must go, that must give it a bit of extra strength. That feels better. Yeah, that's better. Let's push them in. That feels so much better with that in. That feels quite good now. So I think that's the main construction done. So there's just one last thing to do, and that's with this little bit of pipe here. So let's just put Spidey to one side. Get our pipey out. Now, if you've got kids doing this, this is maybe where they need a bit of help. So we need a ruler. Get our ruler out. And we need this cut. So let's get a blade. And we need 8 pieces, because there's 8 legs, of course. And they need to be a 10mm or 1 centimetre cuts. So right, that's 8 done, and we've got a bit spare in case we need it, which is good. Let's just move that to one side. And all we've got to do then is just put them on the end of our legs, little feet on the end of our legs. That's going to give it a little bit of grip. I think we're ready to test this out, aren't we? So let's clear the bench of all the clutter. I see they've given you a couple of spare bits and pieces, so well, let's put them in the bag in case we need anything later. Let's get rid of that cutting board out of the way. Right, the moment of truth. Is it going to work? Now that's creepy, isn't it? Is it a spider or is it a crab? Who knows? Anyway, it works. That's the main thing. So there we go. One kit build, ideal for kids. No soldering, just a little bit of cutting. Absolutely fantastic. And you can make your own spider or crab, whichever. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much. Join me again for some more kit builds.